No, I don't see anything visible on the screen. I am distressed. Now we're coming online. Alright, there's my big giant head on the screen. I don't know why that took so long to come up. Hi everybody! It's Friday night, and that means it's time for Adventures After Dark with Big Ed Mustafa, who, not coincidentally, will be playing Little Ed Mustafa. So, we will get things kicked off here. That's muted, stream's looking good, OBS says everything's running nice and smooth, so we'll get started. Theodred's plan. I guess our horses have to be making love in order for me to talk to Theodred. Theodred spoke true. There are orcs outside the walls, but their numbers should not be a problem for us. Our foe lies before us. See them assembled outside their walls. Grimbold, have your archers send our greeting to Saruman. Grimbold and I are going to go flank them. I don't remember the prince saying anything about stopping. That's okay. This is good because I actually need half-orcs for the Slayer deed, so I'm glad I'm running this. Here comes another, and it sounds like a big one.
Our victory was short-lived. All was still as the gates of Isengard swung open. Out boiled a mighty force of Saruman's Uruks. They sought to surround us, and Theodred ordered a retreat.
Defeat knitted Uruk warriors at the gates of Isengard. I can do that. Examine the map table and complete Battle of the Ford.
We formed up with Theodred and our foes, fighting for our lives and his. There seemed to be no end.
Face the pursuing force with Grimbold. Guess me and him are just going to hang out and kill orcs. I'm okay with that. Edelbrew, howdy, how are you doing? I hope you're off to a good New Year so far. I am as well. Work's starting to pick up and get a little busier now that the New Year's passed, but nothing unexpected so far. Oh no, Edwig has taken a grievous wound. Excuse me, a grievous blow. The time for fighting is overrun. Not a particularly brave act, but my role is to follow Grimbold, so here we are. How is Mrs. Ed? Shoulder all fixed? Yeah, pretty much healed up. She's got to do a little bit more rehab to get her strength and range of motion back, but overall she's healed up very nicely. Our prince has gotten to safety, but we cannot allow this force to reach him. Wilrith, the second force of Uruks has come to the ford in secret. Gada has been driven back into Rohan. Prince Theodred is in danger.
The Uruks pursued us as we fled, and the riders Theodred left at the ford were driven away by their onslaught. The prince was forced onto the island in the middle of the river, attacked from both sides, and we could not reach him. All seemed lost. The prince was trapped in the middle of the river Isle. We had to fight through the line of Uruks to reach him.
Come on, Grimbold, you're going the wrong way. Again, that's the wrong way. Oh, they killed the squire too. Not very cool. In the distance, you hear a horn blowing from far away. Metalbrew asked how you were doing. I told him you were married to
And
me,
yet,
living the
as
dream.
the sun set and our hopes with it, the sound of a horn signaled the arrival of a new force on the far side of the river. Elfhelm
She's
riding
delivering the
hard
Coke
from
Zero.
Helm's Deep, with many riders at his call. The Uruks retreated before him, and the day was saved, but much was lost that could not be regained.
And we're back.
Night fell on the 25th of February, as my prince prepared for one last journey. Journey to lands we know.
I want you to know Theodred coughs weakly. He is clearly near the end of his strength. My father cannot stand alone. Closes his eyes for a moment, but keeps speaking. My father, the king. He needs allies if Rohan is to survive. Prince Theodred is dead. We will bury him here as was his wish, alongside his men. They will not return to Rohan, but they will keep the ford alongside their prince until the end of all days. Dr. Grimbold. Not fun having to go back and replay some of this stuff again.
Where's the chicken?
No chicken. Prince Theodred just died. If you'd ever read the Rings trilogy, that might mean something to you.
Not more than the chickens.
Scamper off.
Lost much this day. Cannot despair.
Mrs. Mustafa saw me doing the chicken run quest for the first time last week. She was highly amused and wants to see more. I did not think that would make for an exciting stream tonight, however. Enduring Triumph. Tactical Mitigation and Evade. Enduring Resolve. Tactical Mitigation and Block. Defender. Changes the damage type to Baleriand and adds a parry. Enduring Triumph sounds interesting.
It has been a long day.
Find a bedroll and get some rest. Thanks, Nettlebrew. Have a good night. Or, of course, it's probably morning for you almost. You've been up late. You should get some rest. Talk to you soon. I hope.
Your aid is welcome, friend. Welcome, my friend. Get what rest you can, my friend. Try not to dwell upon the horrors of battle. Then things will seem less grim by the light of day.
We're held in the grip of a dream. Search the camp for survivors. Nothing moves. You know Theodred did not die at this place, but the sight of the fallen prince still fills you with regret and with worry for the future of his kingdom. The dream holds you in its grip and refuses to let you go. Candith the ranger stands before you, an eyebrow raised in amusement. He does? I don't see him. Oh, there he is. More flak. That's a weird dream. I must have ate something spicy before I went to sleep. Galadir's not lost yet. She said duty. He said duty. What happens if you get drunk and eat Taco Bell too late? Weird dreams. Someone is here? Where are they dropping me in the Great River region? Sam. My fellow hobbitses. Fellow sneaky hobbitses. Talk, 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 talk. Talk, 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 talk. We're talking. We're talking. Something else has come. Grizzly Wookiee? Hey, Deathman. How is your New Year going so far, Deathman? I'm like a little teeny tiny King Arthur. Vivid color returns to the world. You're all alone. Candace is gone. You hear someone stumbling through the reeds. Nona. Galadriel. You must come to Lothlorien. Actually, I thought I'd already advanced the main storyline and I had Nona hanging out in the East Wall.
The veil of sleep passes from your eyes, but the memory of what you have seen remains. The meaning of these troubled dreams, however,
3-day work weeks are good work weeks. Can't believe some streamers skip past the cutscenes. I think they're like a reward for completing a section. I suppose if you've seen them 15 times, they probably start to lose their charm, but it's only the second or third pass. What the heck? Talk to Grimbold again. He's up around the corner. Yeah, the short work weeks were nice. I am maxed out on vacation stored, so I have to take a couple of days off before the end of the month again, too. So I'm pretty happy about that. Elf magic of the worst sort. You have dallied with the strange peoples and mysterious forces, and are now caught in their net. If you were not so valuable in a fight, I would command you to leave and never return. You could not leave my sight quickly enough. I like the superstitious nature of the Rohirrim. The Ghost in the Gap. See what my fellow hobbits have for me today. Plus 10% run speed boost. Not very exciting, but always handy. Legendary level up. Got something in the mail. Fish. Lexi is still offline. They did say to contact them through Twitter, so I probably need to do that. And, oh, Kalinard Skarn sold. Good deal. I think I'm flush with cash. $370 gold, not too bad. I have a horrible, horrible addiction to stat tomes. So, no doubt I'll be spending that like a drunken sailor soon. This is always a tricky turn. Here's the road up. Well, that brings up a good point. I don't know that I triggered that. Chat is so quiet tonight. One of these dudes am I talking to? Here we are.
Some of my men who fought at the ford spoke highly of you. I heard the clash of swords from the war toils.
To the west among the cliffs. Slay some wargs while you search. That can be very hard on your horse. Avoid doing that if at all possible. DL Douglas, hi, welcome to the stream. Glad to hear you're picking up the game. Lord of the Rings Online is tremendous fun, and this particular channel is the game developer's official streaming channel here on Twitch. We have a whole bunch of different streamers who will stream over the course of the week here at LOTRO Stream. And you'll see a really nice variety of different character classes, different game areas. I'm playing an 81st level burglar on the Brandywine server, and I'm just wrapping up the Dunland region and getting ready to head into Rohan full time, but it looks like I've got some storyline quests to do. Well, until you fish, there's ain't no entertainment, that's true. How are you finding the game so far, DL Douglas? Do you have any questions? Be very quiet. I'm hunting wargs. I must have been bleeding. Or this wolf just really didn't like my Elmer Fudd imitation. Maybe both. As you defeat another warg, a glint of gold to the west of the warren catches your eye. I'm looking for an alt game from WoW. Well, yeah, I didn't play WoW for a long time myself, but a lot of the other LOTRO people I know that have played WoW, the games are pretty similar. In fact, a lot of WoW players say this looks like vanilla WoW from back before the expansions. So, I mean, it'll feel pretty similar. Although if you're looking for an alt game, I don't know that's exactly what you're going to want. A lot of the other LOTRO players also play Final Fantasy XI. There's some Elder Scrolls Online players that like LOTRO. Those are good alt games. EVE Online has a free-to-play model. I think they just rolled it out last month. And if you like player versus player, EVE Online is it's in a class by itself. It's a wonderfully challenging game world. The whole economy is all player driven, so even if you're not out killing people in game, you're still competing with them economically for market share, for goods you're trying to sell, for Nona. Nope. Corpse of a Warrior. See another glint of gold from the west, where two trails meet. But, yeah, if you love Tolkien at all, if you've read the books, if you really like the movies, what makes LOTRO such a great game experience is the adherence to the lore, the realization of Tolkien's game world, or rather Tolkien's world in game form. The developers were very strict to maintaining the lore and maintaining the I almost hate to make it sound like a religion, but the way some of the LOTRO people talk about Tolkien, it is. There's just a lot of adherence to the books and the movies and keeping everything uniform. And as you play Lord of the Rings online, it feels like a real world. Like if you weren't here, everything would still be going on. And, it's not just a bunch of leveling zones that are tacked together. Each of the regions has a different flavor to it. There's an overarching storyline that flows throughout the entire game. And some of the new content, the upper end content they've been adding is just really terrific. I mean, they've done a nice job of stretching the game engine and really improving the graphics and adding a lot of variety to things. And keeping the game vibrant, so it's a lot of fun from that respect too. So wouldn't try to dissuade you from enjoying Lord of the Rings online. The price is right. I'm a free-to-play player, as a matter of fact. To the best of my knowledge, I don't recall having spent any of my own money on the game. I've managed to play and play and play and unlock all of the new expansions and unlock all of the new questing areas and get all of the premium character classes just by earning LOTRO points from in-game deeding. You don't have to pay to play, and it's one of the best free-to-play models that I've ever seen. I mean, there's really no restrictions. Like I'd mentioned EVE Online earlier and their free-to-play model, and it's kind of interesting because you can get in and do a lot free-to-play and kind of get a feel for the game. But if you don't pay, you're not going to be able to unlock the skills that you need to not just be fresh meat flying around in space waiting to get jumped. So LOTRO does not have that restriction on it. I've got a couple characters at level cap. I've got everything unlocked. You can own homes. There's very few restrictions. It's more like you get bonuses for subscribing. Why would Nona stare at me suspiciously? We're already friends. Yeah, okay.
Why did you search for me, if not to join in my vengeance?
Well, if you love Tolkien, the game's dynamite. I mean, it's really good. There's a podcaster, Maven, from LOTRO Players News, and that's actually a good point. I wanted to plug these guys anyway. LOTROplayers.com and MMOreporter.com has a podcast. I'll get back to LOTRO Players because they have LOTRO Players News and also LOTRO Players Academy. Two great podcasts, both well worth listening to. But also MMO Reporter does LOTRO Reporter, and Chris and Carrie Mack do a great job with that. I enjoy listening to all of those podcasts. Kind of helps me while away time at work when I'm sitting there editing spreadsheets and updating databases. But if you like podcasts at all, you can learn a lot about LOTRO from those podcasts. And in fact, LOTRO Players Academy is specifically geared for newer players to give you basic information about the game and help you kind of get your feet wet without getting in over your head. They've got different specials about character classes and general information about exploring and deeds. And one of the things that's nice about LOTRO is the game starts out very simple. Your first 10 or 20 levels, it's going to seem like a very basic, older style MMO, but as you continue to progress in levels, they start adding things like equipment degradation and having to repair your gear, the riding skill. You can get mounts starting at level 8, I believe. The crafting system, they've got a really rich crafting system. Little Ed Mustafa here is not an Anorian master yet. He is an Anorian, that's good news, but a weaponsmith. And you get into some of the weaponsmithing levels. I mean, just for this one particular crafting tier, you can make legendary weapons, you can make special weapons if you've got guild access. There's crafting guilds. Since he's an armsman, he joined the Weaponsmiths Guild and unlocked special recipes for different things. Obsolete item conversion, processing. But that gives you a look at some of the crafting skills. This is just one particular skill under one vocation at one level. You can create a lot of cool things if you like crafting. The in-game fishing is fun. I'm always kind of touting that because it's kind of underappreciated by most of the players. But just by fishing in game, you can earn all kinds of cool housing trophies. You can earn titles, and it's it's just kind of a fun diversion. And then later in the game, they actually have some quests where you have to go fishing, and if you've got your fishing skills polished up, it helps a bit. So, I cannot find my father anywhere in the village. Before Wadu was slain, Sovolk used to go to the pool of the king to fish in the water and think. Oh, listen to the water and think. Perhaps he is there now. Let us look for him there. The pool of the king is northwest of the village. I know it well. So this is known as Home Village in Enidwaith? Gotta get my little hobbit butt over these stone walls. Yeah, the Tolkien professor. That's some of the fun stuff about the community. Professor Corey Olson is an actual English professor who teaches Tolkien, and he's got a Signum U University channel here on Twitch, twitch.tv Signum U, and he did a special stream for Tolkien's 125th birthday last week and had 400 plus viewers at one point. But he goes through and covers the game and compares it to the in-game stuff and or the books and matches up the lore and the developer's realization of Tolkien's world. It's really fun to watch if you like this stuff, and it's one of those things that it's there if you have the time or appreciation for it, and if you don't have to worry about it. You can be perfectly happy running around through Moria without knowing if you're looking at a dwarven tapestry or a tapestry from the Men of Gondor. Some people care, some people aren't that concerned. Suvolk. Sift through the pottery shards along the edge of the pool of the king. Another one of the LOTRO stream team members, Gussie Moose, has started a book club, and they've been going through some of Tolkien's written works and talking about them here. Solvolk broke my concentration. But Gussie Moose had about 50 people in her book club stream last week, and they were just kind of going through the trilogy chapter by chapter and talking about it, and that's been big fun. The one thing about Lord of the Rings Online is the community as a whole is great, but particularly here on Twitch, there's a lot of really cool players. It's a more mature player base and more female friendly than a lot of other games. I did find something. Thanks for asking. It's a barrel. I need to pick out some food. Vitality and fate. Vitality and will. Vitality and critical defense. Vitality and might. Vitality and agility. Bacon wrapped flapjacks.
I do not believe in long farewells.
We have a long journey ahead of us. Travel to Lothlorien and talk with Haldir on his fleet outside the borders. Oh, thank goodness they warped us here.
You long to see the Lady Galadriel. This Dunlanding girl accompanies you must be blindfolded if she is to enter. I have the blindfold right here. This Dunlanding girl who travels with you cannot be allowed to see the secret ways of Lothlorien. I must bind her eyes if she is to come with you to see the lady.
Actually, this is a great time to be watching me play because you've just seen 3 different regions of the game in about 5 or 10 minutes here. Snow and ice covered mountains, huge lakes, coastal regions, big bold rivers. Also, one of the fun things, you get to interact with all the different characters that you've seen in the books and movies. This is the Lady Galadriel, basically an elf queen. She was played by Cate Blanchett in the movies. They're all here. Gandalf, the party. You might have seen me interacting with Frodo and Sam and Pippin and Merry and Legolas and Aragorn and Boromir in the dream sequence. They're all in the game. You kind of interweave what you're doing with the Fellowship and run across them from time to time. Aid them indirectly in what they're trying to accomplish. What's fun about the game, though, is there's a lot of original content that the developers... Tolkien will say like one sentence about something, and the development team built entire regions and storylines around a sentence or two, where they've got a little more creative license to kind of flesh it out however they want. And it doesn't really break with the lore because Tolkien didn't really say a whole lot about some things. So there's a lot to it's a huge game world, and there's tons of quests and tons of things to see and do. And I was talking before about those layers of complexity, the crafting and things like that. They have legendary weapons starting at level 50. There's mounted combat and war steeds starting at level 75. There's epic battles. There's instances and raids and skirmishes. And essence gear and weapon imbuing and lots of stuff that, like I said, it's just as you continue to press through the game, they continue to add layers to it, making it a little more complex, but it's pretty rich and diverse. Worth the learning curve. Well, come by any time, DL Douglas. Good talking to you. And I'm going to throw out a streamer call out for myself real quick. Big Mustafa. It gives you a link to my personal stream if you want to throw me a follow. It'll make me easier to find if you want to come back and talk another time. I'm always on Friday evenings here on LOTRO stream channel, but you can find me on my personal channel all kinds of different times. And here's Gandalf right now. Just happens to be hanging out in Galadriel's garden. I think you are needed along the banks of the great river. Only there can you learn the purpose behind your dream. I'm needed elsewhere, you will have to serve. And boom, we're at the Great River. This is region number 4. Alpha here.
There's a camp of elves not far from here.
So what happened to Nona? It's been a long time since I've read the books, and I hope I'm not talking out of my butt, but I think Nona was never in the books. I know Horn was mentioned. Her future husband, spoiler alert. I guess I was supposed to say that before I mentioned the spoiler. But I believe Nona's completely unique to the game and is a wonderful character that runs throughout a lot of the mid to high-end content. That's just part of the developer's creativity to add storylines and to add characters and enriching the game world even more so than the books did. And D.L. Douglas is probably gone to take care of some real life stuff, so I'll quit boring everybody with my blathering. Although if anybody does have any questions about the game, love to talk about LOTRO. Feel free to ask. Actually, this is what got me into streaming on Twitch. Just really enjoy LOTRO and was having a lot of fun with it. And I would talk to some of my friends who play games, and they're like, "Oh, there's a Lord of the Rings MMO? Never heard of it." And it was like, man, I wish more people knew about this game. So I literally started streaming on Twitch just to try to show off LOTRO more. I'm a sick man. I admit it.
Orcs have been sighted along the river.
Anything I need here? We can check the task bulletin board, but I think I'm done with. It's just, if you play enough alternate characters, it's easy to lose track of who's got what done. Let's check reputation. Eld Gang, Ale Association, In League, Heroes of Limelight Gorge, and Wold and Pelargir. It's funny, I'm already getting Pelargir rep. I don't even know how that happened. Oh, epic battles. Okay. I owe that to Zinger. So Riders of Standguard I'm already maxed with, and Limelight Gorge I don't have the stuff to turn in. Oh, that's a good example of game complexity. A lot of people skip turning in daily tasks because they're like, it's just a little bit of extra experience points. But task turn-ins help you with item experience. They help you with reputation with different factions. You unlock different deeds and titles and earn cosmetics by doing them. You should do your tasks every day. Little Ed can do 10 task turn-ins a day, so I always like to make sure he gets them done. Nothing bad can happen for you completing your daily tasks. Only good things. We will ride. And maybe mine a little scarn along the way. Hello, orcs. I have a Slayer deed left undone here. Probably one for beasts too. Yep. Some future point I will have to come back through here and murder everything in sight. Alright, I'm on the road. What am I supposed to be looking for? That road too far. Let's go back and see. Something around these trees somewhere. Is it out on that island? What the heck am I looking for? Right here at the riverbank. You see trampled grass underfoot. Did the Fellowship come this way? Follow the riverbank further south. Oh no! Bring the orc arrow to the dude. Come on, horse. There you go. I didn't realize the epic storyline took you from Dunland back through the Great River. I actually did the Great River first. It's kind of on the same level as Dunland. I like the quests in Dunland, so I didn't want to skip it. But to go from Great River to Dunland back to Great River, that just feels a little unnecessary. Probably my own fault. So, learn from my mistakes, boys and girls. If you're trying to do both of these regions, go ahead and do Dunland first and then do the Great River, because apparently that's how the epic storyline is set up, which I didn't realize until tonight. Who knew?
This is not the first friend
Defeat
we've lost.
orcs.
That makes it no easier.
I can do that. I don't want to alarm everybody. I do have my usual Coke Zero standing by, which I'm getting ready to pop. But I was drinking something called Bang. This is a new energy drink that the guys at work were talking about today. One of them bought one for me to try, so I thought I would drink it while I was trying to stay peppy for my stream tonight. It's loaded with vitamins. It's supposed to be loaded with caffeine, although I'm not really feeling it. And it's 0 calories, 0 sugar. So we'll see how that goes. Something else with caffeine but no sugar or carbs is delicious, crisp, and refreshing Coke Zero. But I'm still awake, so the energy drink at least works partially. And what you're hearing is not a cat coughing up a hairball. That is Mrs. Mustafa trying to get over a chest cold. Why is it pointing me this way for the orcs? Must be a big hairball. Yeah, I thought there were more orcs the other way. Should probably just ignore the little arrow up in my mini-map and go do my thing elsewhere. If anybody's watching and you have a burglar in the 40 Thieves kinship on Brandywine, please keep in mind that we have been trying to keep the kin house chest stuffed with goodies for burglars. Please feel free to stop by and clean out whatever you'd like anytime you'd like. It'll just make room for us to put more stuff in there. So, crafting items, there's some Second Age legendary items, there's some armor and jewelry. Anything that you find in the housing chest that you can use, please help yourself to it. We will go get more. The 40 Thieves is an all-burglar kinship here on Brandywine, and we've actually got, last count, 69 burglars, all individual players, and as far as I know, we don't have any duplicate characters from the same player. Although I've been thinking about creating another burglar, just because little Ed Mustafa has leveled up so far that a lot of times the lower level burglars will want to go do group content, and it's just, it would be overkill for me to tag along. So who knows, I might add a tiny Ed Mustafa or a diminutive Ed Mustafa and give him a different set of crafting skills just for fun. See, I knew the orcs were thick this direction. Don't know why the quest circle was pointing me the other way. Wanted to make sure there wasn't an orc hiding inside of that buck. He was kind of standing there daring me to progress my Slayer deed, sort of like this doe is. I need 69 more animals to get Beast Slayer advanced. And if you're new to the game like DL Douglas was, I'll explain deeds real quick. Your deed log shows you all of the different deeds throughout the world. Class, race, and epic, the early part of the game, the later part of the game, the end of the game, epic battles, hobbies. This shows you your fishing titles. I'm working on a fishing title for, I think that's Summer Festival? I don't remember. Instances, skirmishes. So we are in the Great River region at the moment. And I just mentioned Beast Slayer Advanced. That will increase my tolerance, which is an agility trait, which is important for burglars. Plus you get LOTRO points for completing that. You get a heritage rune for item experience. And you get your reputation with the Riders of Standguard increased. Again, all good things for completing deeds too. You'll get a whole series of deeds for each region. You can check and see which ones you've completed. And you can check and see which ones you haven't completed. Obviously I completed a bunch of them, and I still have a bunch to go. But a lot of times with Slayer deeds, you do what you can, and then when you level up you move on, but you can come back later and just sort of mindlessly kill things to finish up Slayer deeds. You don't have to do them on level. So if you stayed and finished all of your Slayer deeds with every location, you would be in each region forever. But LOTRO points are the key to being able to be free to play and unlock everything that you want to unlock without having to pay cash money. So completing deeds is a good thing. If anybody in chat happens to have my Discord address and wants to pop in and talk, you are welcome to join me. I always enjoy dialogues more than monologues. Although if I'm the only one talking, at least I know I don't have to argue about anything, so I'm flexible.
I thank you for the help. I am worried. My people have never gotten along with the Horse Lords. I will travel with you to this village. I must.
Item level up. Junk for the bags. And pack space management. It's a real thing. Burglar, burglar, burglar.
Sweetheart, how may I assist you?
Eastament Mace already known, Eastament Shield Spikes already known, Eastament Dagger already known, Eastament Shield Spikes, again, already known. What we got here? Kalinard Marbles, Decorated Axe. Oh, there's one we can use. Bent metal maces and soft brown fur I don't need. What I do need, however, is a bio break. So, Forte Maestro, welcome. Cheer stream hype. And we're back. What was I doing? Selling off some stuff. If you have any interest in streaming and are not yet streaming LOTRO, I would encourage you to do so. One of the reasons why the whole LOTRO streaming community is so chummy here on Twitch is because I think we all realize that streaming LOTRO on Twitch is the best way to build awareness for the game, to remind old players that LOTRO is still here, it's vibrant, there's lots of new content, and it's a good time to come back. Or, you know, folks like DL Douglas who are just kind of looking for an alternate MMO. You know, you want something to play when the servers are down for maintenance on your main MMO. LOTRO is a great alternate. It's got a great free-to-play model, tons of content. You've got the whole Tolkien lore tie-in thing. So LOTRO has a lot to offer, is a good value, and I mean if you subscribe to LOTRO, it's a fantastic value too. The perks that you get with 500 turbine points a month, swift travel, mail anywhere, not having to find mailboxes to go pick up stuff or send things to your friends. They have a lot of nice perks for subscribers, but you don't have to subscribe. It's a great game model either way. That's a really difficult balance to find. The developers should be commended for that. So I just haven't seen any other game that's managed that balance quite as well. Alright, that's enough inventory management for now. We will move on to Stand Guard. I guess the energy drink's working. I seem to be talking faster than normal, so I'm excited about that. My time slot here on LOTRO stream Friday evenings. I thought I would hold up better than I do, but it's the end of the work week, and I've been busting it at the office for 5 days, and you come home and let's face it, I'm an old married man. My Friday nights are usually pretty docile, so sometimes I am not always as peppy as I would like to be for these late night Friday streams. A little extra caffeine sure couldn't have hurt. I'm going to throw out a shout out to another LOTRO streamer who's not part of the stream team, but I've been watching her. I've seen her streaming before, but she's been on pretty steadily this week and is fun to watch, and would like to encourage her. We'll give a shout out to Earthlyn. So, if you've not seen Earthlyn stream LOTRO before, be sure to throw her a follow. She was on earlier today. She was on yesterday. I got a chance to host her on my personal channel a couple times. and she was going through some of the content in Rohan. And good knowledgeable player, does a nice job keeping track of chat, probably better than I do. I have a reputation for kind of zoning out and locking into the game a little too much. I like the game, what can I say? But I'm thinking the extra caffeine buzz might help with that, so who knows, I might pick up a bad streamer habit and start hitting the harder stuff when it comes to late night streaming. I have to say that Blast energy drink, or Bang energy drink, pretty good flavor, not real harsh, and I wasn't even sure it was doing anything until I noticed how much faster I was talking, so although the fact that I still feel as tired as I do after drinking that kind of makes me think I probably ought to just take a couple days off from work and sleep for 12 hours. Fill a baby bottle full of Z-Quil and just sort of nurse at it. That would creep Mrs. Mustafa out. Alright, I can stay out here picking up Skarn all night, but we'll ride into town and see what's what. Alright, I'm going to pick up the Skarn too. I'm a burglar, I'm supposed to be greedy, so forgive me.
Who is this woman? Why does she carry a sword of my blade?
I will let you carry the sword, but do not let any of these men touch it.
Shonona's sword to horn. Okay. Nona and Horn sitting in a tree. Kissing.
Welcome to Starngard.
Policeman Horn at the Kustan. I will search elsewhere.
Alrighty. Oh, I was wondering what the quest ring was for. I think it's just for the board. I don't really see taking a burglar out to the Limelight Gorge and playing solo. Probably wouldn't be a smart move. And I accidentally typed a bunch of W's I have to delete. Okay, there we go. Ooh, the Wailing Hills. It's exciting. Alright, we'll do some chat participation here. If you want to see me try to go solo stuff in the Limelight Gorge, type "do it" in chat. And if you don't want me to, because you don't want to watch me die and have to run back to where I was at, type "don't." So it's do it or don't. And we'll just count whatever votes come in, and maybe I'll go kill some giant spiders, maybe I won't. It's going to be scary regardless. I have to hide behind a stone. It's funny, he just faded away.
I'm worried by the increased number of orcs that move alongside the river.
It's another large stone. He is defeated.
Quite an ally, my friend.
Okay, we'll keep the voting open for just a little while. Either type "do it" or "don't." If you type "don't," we'll just keep moving the storyline quests along. If you type "do it," then we will go venture out into the Limelight Gorge. I am crazy SA. I got no problems dying. Because I'll just show up at the res circle and come back for more. I saw a t-shirt the other day that said "video games ruined my life," but that's okay, I have 2 more. It showed 3 hearts and one of them was grayed out and the other 2 were red. It was a visual thing. And we have no votes either way for Limelight Gorge. Thank you to all of the friends who popped into chat tonight and then promptly went to go watch TV or a movie in another room. It makes me feel better. Where'd Nona go? Supposed to be talking to Nona. Oh no. She might actually be in town. Alright, I'm going to be greedy and grab some Kalinard Scarn. And then we'll go right into town. Oh, it says talk to Horn, not talk to Nona. Alright, let's try this. It's really hard to get those glasses on underneath that. There it is, Horn. Alright, we'll leave the glasses on. Elven Ore Cure? Valerian Orc bonus. Valerian Dead bonus. And Mrs. Mustafa's coughing up another hairball. Talk to Cerdic. Mark this map at the location of the battle. Road Watch Post in Barth Celebrant. I'm like, why can't I pick my war steed? I forgot I was already on a horse. I'm not a smart man. These are progressive lenses, and I almost never wear my glasses because no matter where I look, it always seems to be at the wrong angle. I have to kind of do this to be able to read the screen. It does help with the text a little bit if I actually tilt my head the right way.
Thorn gave you a map. Let me see it.
Crumbled pillar. Arrow-ridden patch of ground. Debris outside the bridge. Beside the bridge. I was going to say, I didn't think that was a burglar's greatsword, so... I think the glasses kind of up the nerd factor a little bit. Nothing of interest. Oh no, the undead are scary. Yeah, he's going to be a problem. We got to take him out. I got a Slayer deed for those to complete too. Oh, I haven't even completed the basic deed. Number of arrowheads, but nothing worth keeping. Would be nice if at some level everybody got a grenade launcher so you could just go back through old zones and finish your Slayer deeds with a few clicks of a button. I do it on brigands. I got the basic Slayer deed done. In fact, this one's a lot more advanced. That surprises me a bit. If he's got anything good in his pockets. I failed to burgle. Find a small bronze-worked heirloom amongst the debris. That was tricky. They hid some ore behind a bigger rock. Those guys are just out camping, having a good time.
What is this? What have you found?
Scarn right inside the camp. Doesn't get any easier than that. So it's not at this camp, it's the dudes out in the swamp. They're not too far away though. Oh no, it's ghost pirates. Don't shoot me, you filthy ghost pirates.
Unusual things have happened in the Rushgore of late.
Looks like we're back to inventory management.
We travel swiftly. We'll aid you as best we may.
If I were a mailbox, it'd be right over here. We got some cooking herbs, some rich soil. Cooking scroll. Cooking scroll. And the gift of fish. I think I fished on stream yet. I need to do that. Stealth Arena, you are the lucky winner. Enjoy the gift of fish. And then we'll send all of the scholar stuff to one of my top 100 favorite scholars on Brandywine, Zingrab. Hopefully he can make good use of a little bit of this, or a lot of bit of it, if he prefers. Scholar Scroll. Scholar Scroll. Alright, that's a pretty good start. And we have pack space again.
Any unusual things have happened in the rush hall of late. Saw a great
Defeat bugs, Avank, and turtles. That won't be a problem. Relic Master.
Welcome, my friend.
Nothing needs to be reforged yet. That turtle did not make it. Don't tell me I actually stunned him. Oh, that takes care of turtles. One. That looks like a turtle. More Avank and more bugs. Really? You want to mess with me, turtle? You're going down. They can spaz down the aggro on these turtles. Would be fine with me. Hey, it's an Avank. Alright, this is everybody's favorite part of the stream. It is time to fish. I have to find the fishing pole. There it is. Let's see what's out here in the rush gore. Hopefully something delicious that goes well with French fries. You know, it's the darndest thing. I've always been a big seafood fan. I love fish, I love shellfish. And my older sister Patty, we were only 2.5 years apart in age, and she couldn't stand the taste or smell of anything that swam. And it always kind of puzzled me because, I mean, we grew up in the same house. It's not like we were both force-fed different amounts of fish sticks. It's not like we were both deprived of seafood. I mean, we had the same basic dietary experience growing up, so why would one child from a home hate seafood and another one really like it? I don't know. What do we get? A rusty axe and a dirty skull. Of course, we differed on a lot of things. It's probably surprising to parents how different children can be, given the same parents, the same genetics, and the same home environment. But Patty liked her steak well done. I'm a medium rare guy. Oh, we caught another carp. You know, whoever set up fishing initially did not know a whole lot about it, because carp is the most prized high-end game fish in all of Middle Earth. Not true where I come from. Hey, 2 carp. Alright, that concludes our fishing portion of this evening's activities. We'll put the carp there. Oh, Grodbog. Very nice. Come, my little bug. Let's fight. I could use at least one more of those. A Woldwut Ruffian. Oh, I'm in Rohan. Well, that's crazy. I was not expecting to cross. I have successfully burgled a Westfold Athleus Essence. Makes me feel special. I am Special Ed. And a little piece of Rittermark Scarn. Never a bad thing. Actually, I think I have to grind a bunch more of that, so it's probably a good thing to be starting to collect that. Prospector, yeah. I'm gonna need some. Quite a bit, it looks like. Weaponsmith, I'm good though. Like that little fog effect on the water here. Wold Captain. Really? He's on the wrong side. Old Ruffian. You guys aren't really helping me right now. Hatberg. Oh, please tell me that's a Grodbog. Good deal. That's 3 of 3 on the Grodbog. And I just need one last Avank. Usually not that hard to find. Hey, how's that for easy? I think Mrs. Mustafa is comatose. She looks like she's finally resting comfortably and not coughing up any more hairballs. So that is exciting news. We are going to the Brownlands. Easterlings in the Great River. Alright, well, we'll murder him. Check his pockets for goodies. I failed to burgle. And we'll take him out. And there's the bridge across that I missed. It's a deep river. Picked the pockets. Failed to burgle. Well, that was just stupid. I did burgle though, Westfold Athleus Essence. Don't swim away, I'm trying to murder you. There we go. Sometimes they just don't like getting murdered. I acquired a punctured shield. I honestly can't tell if I successfully burgled or not that time. Hopefully. It's bad enough to be a burglar, but to be bad at it, that doesn't help anybody. Ooh, a battle cat. Here, kitty kitty. There's a lot of Easterlings running around. I didn't realize this would be so far in from the river. Ooh! It's a dead fell beast. That's the best kind of fell beast.
The shape-like men and I beheld as it plummeted from the sky.
Something is wrong in this land. Oh, I can feel it. is the reason for your dream. This is why we are here.
The Vanished Rider. It's actually bitter. You should seek them out. Alright, I guess I just follow the arrow. They are not that far away. In fact, it looks to me like they intentionally give me an in into the camp. Or it could be on the other side. I don't know. I'll ride around. Right by the main entrance anyway. I don't think that would have been much of a shortcut. Here's somebody who knows.
I have spied upon a camp of the Kundala here in the Brown Lands.
Easterlings and message shouters. I think the message shouters are all inside the camp, so I may as well just go inside the camp. I successfully burgled a red agate and assassinated an Easterling and killed a message shouter. Failed to burgle. He did not make it. Oop, I was bleeding. My bad. Gotta check your debuffs before you go into stealth mode. Oh man. Good deal. Afraid he was going to interrupt me looting that backpack. I admit it, I'm a little greedy. Every hoblet burglar should be. It is the 4th stage of tequila. I'm handsome, I'm rich, I'm bulletproof, I'm invisible. Right now, I am invisible. I burgled a jade gemstone. One-shot that fool. West side.
Not like this. Kundalar are too near to stun guard.
Vanished rider. Someone rode aside, blah blah blah. You should seek him out, or the rider has gone. Well, you just told me nothing. So now where do I go? I do not know. I failed to burgle. I'm deeply ashamed. I failed to burgle again. Now I'm just sad. Yep. Failed to burgle again. And I don't think there was anything in the text that told me where to go. Although now I'm finally getting arrow again. What the hell are you talking about? Why will this quest not advance? There's something else? Shouldn't be its storyline. The Wold, the Rift, Moria, Aragian, blah 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 blah. The Vanished Rider. Alright, well, let's just ride around and see if we can find anything else. Since he's useless. I successfully burgled. Oh, I failed to burgle. Failed to burgle. I failed to burgle yet again. Now I burgled Westfold Calibrant Salve. See, my instincts were right. The arrow switched. Let's Been pointed a couple of different ways now. Ooh, a stone troll. He didn't make it. Uh-oh, Mrs. Mustafa woke up. Nope, I think I'm going right back to where I was before. Might be pointing me into town. Might as well go into town and look around. Oop, I think we're chock full again.
These lands are not to be traveled lightly.
Okay, well, I'm not entirely sure that this quest isn't bugged at the moment. And I was hoping for a little more action. The storyline stuff is dragging a little bit. Want to finish it up before I move on, though. I don't think it'd take very long if the quest was actually working. But I can't seem to get any new dialogue out of my newfound friend here. I'll pop back one last time, but I am getting worn down. We might switch things up here a little bit. Failed to burgle. He failed to keep breathing. Wake up. Can I punch him? Nope. Can I kick him? Nope. Can I cheer him? I can. Can I do a handstand? I can. Can I do Hobbit dance too? Nope. Alright, Gamal's not giving it up, so I'm not very happy with him. Alrighty then. I'm going to switch gears. I'm not ending the stream, but I think I'm going to change characters. That's going to require me to change servers. So I want to think a little bit about what I want to play. I'm just hoping the next time I log little Ed Mustafa back on, whatever is holding this quest up will be cleared up so I can go complete it. So right now I don't have anything else to do. So, Zinger and I did a bunch of skirmishes. I was on my champion, he was on his hunter the other night. That was fun, but I don't think I want to do that again. I think I want to play my hunter on Arkenstone. Let's go pull up Nemini and see if I can get her into some trouble tonight. And because Nettlebrew was so nice to stop by, let's give Nettlebrew a shout out. Now why are my frame rates all gone to hell? That seems really odd. That might explain why I don't have a lot of viewers.
What? Are you not streaming?
Yeah, I just started dropping frames all of a sudden and I'm not sure why.
The internet dropped while I was watching YouTube.
Really?
Yep.
Upload speed's a little weak.